Sagittarius, there is a man about to enter your life. I'm not talking about another fleeting travel companion or a fun distraction you'll meet at a party. I'm talking about a specific person who has been energetically destined to cross your path in the coming weeks. Someone whose presence will trigger a series of transformations so profound that you will look at your current life of restless wandering and realize you are only skimming the surface of the true adventure you were meant to live. And the most impressive thing, you will have no control over the map or the destination of this encounter. It's already programmed, it's already in motion, it's already inevitable. It's like standing at the edge of a cliff waiting to jump into the unknown, but without the usual adrenaline rush instead. There is a strange, calm certainty. It's your energy field recognizing the approach of this connection that will completely reorganize your reality. Your spirit knows it's coming. It knows that when you meet, the search will finally change its nature. The question that will define your future is, will you recognize him when he appears, or will your instinct to run when things get deep cause the person who holds the key to your ultimate expansion to pass you by? We're going to challenge everything you've learned about freedom, commitment, and destiny. But your Sagittarius soul, operating at frequencies far deeper than just philosophical debate, will recognize every word as absolute truth. I'll show you exactly who this man is who's coming. I'll describe the signs that will announce his arrival. I'll reveal why you've been energetically connected since before you took your first breath. And most importantly, I'll prepare you not to sabotage this connection when it manifests, because your mind will try to invent 1,000 reasons why he will tie you down or clip your wings. Are you ready to discover that the freedom you've been chasing is actually found in the depth of a connection, not the distance you put between yourself and others? Sagittarius, this man who is coming is not someone who will cage you. You are already wild. He is someone who will fly with you. He will reflect back to you your own wisdom that you often hide behind humor and deflection. He will challenge you to abandon the eternal bachelorette persona you have built as protection and reveal the deeply philosophical, devoted, and spiritual woman that exists beneath all those layers of independence and bravado. You've been living in fear of stagnation, fear of boredom, fear of discovering that staying in one place or with one person doesn't mean the adventure ends, but that a deeper one begins. That's why you've settled for casual flings or kept people at an arm's length where they can't demand anything real from you. But this man will dismantle all those exit strategies, not because he's controlling or possessive, but because the connection between you operates on such an intellectual and spiritual level that your usual ghosting techniques simply won't apply. And here's what I need you to understand. When your urge to run begins to fade in his presence, you will feel terror. You will feel like you're losing your identity. You will feel like you're surrendering your precious independence. And at that critical moment, your mind will scream at you to book a flight, to pull away, to make a joke and deflect. But if you do that, you will miss the opportunity to finally experience the kind of connection that expands the universe rather than shrinking it. The kind of love that not only makes you laugh, but makes you grow into a higher version of yourself. Do you have the courage to allow yourself to be grounded with someone who truly has the power to help you aim your arrow higher? Let me describe this man precisely, so you'll recognize him when he appears. I won't talk about physical characteristics because that can vary. I'll talk about the energy he carries, the signs that will alert you that it's him. First sign. When you meet for the first time, you won't feel the usual spark of instant physical gratification. You'll feel a mental explosion, as if your minds just shook hands before your bodies did. Your soul will whisper teacher or partner, while your mind tries to rationalize this feeling as just a good conversation. Second sign. In his presence, you will feel simultaneously free and anchored. Free because he encourages your wildest ideas. Anchored because for the first time you won't feel the desperate need to be somewhere else. Third sign. Conversations with him will have a velocity that you rarely experience. It won't be small talk about the weather. It will be as if he challenges your philosophies and beliefs straight out of the gate. He won't be intimidated by your bluntness. He will match it. Fourth sign. You'll notice that in his presence your restlessness settles. You become less scattered, more focused. It's as if the scattered fire of your nature suddenly finds a hearth to burn brightly in without burning the house down. Fifth sign. He will challenge your truth, not in a judgmental way, but he will gently question the dogmas you hold and the excuses you use to avoid intimacy. And you will be surprised not to become argumentative, but to genuinely want to hear his perspective. For Sagittarius, women born between November 22nd and December 1st, this man will appear through an environment related to learning, publishing, or mentorship. Someone who enters your intellectual circle and quickly proves to be your mental equal. For those born between December 2nd and December 11th, he may be someone connected to a completely different culture or background than you're someone who represents a foreign land in human form. For those born between December 12th and December 21st, prepare for an encounter during a moment of unexpected stillness, perhaps when you are stuck somewhere, waiting, or forced to pause your usual chaotic movement. But regardless of how it appears, you'll know. There will be a resonance in the air between you, a shared sense of humor and understanding that will be impossible to pretend doesn't exist. And everyone around you will notice, too. They'll comment on how much you laugh together, on how you seem less flighty when he's around. Can you feel the anticipation growing in your chest? Just imagining that connection is getting closer. Sagittarius, I need to tell you something that might scare you a little. This man won't necessarily be the adventurer type you always imagined ending up with. He may not fit the list of must-love travel requirements you've created in your head. He may not be the nomad with a backpack or the wild artist. He might have a stable career, a fixed address, or a routine things you usually despise. And that's exactly why the connection will be so transformative, because it will show you that you were looking for external stimulation when you should have been looking for internal expansion. It will challenge you to let go of your prejudice against stability and realize that true freedom is a state of mind, not a lack of commitments. It will teach you that true adventure doesn't come from constantly changing your location, but from the courage to stay and explore the depths of another human being. And that will be scary for you, because all your life you built an identity around being the one who leaves, the one who can't be tamed. But here's the liberating truth. Running away isn't freedom, it's avoidance. It protects you, yes, but it also prevents you from building anything lasting. It keeps you in a cycle of superficial beginnings without ever reaching the rewarding middles and ends. Are you willing to trade the illusion of infinite options for the reality of one infinite love? When he appears, your life will change in multiple dimensions. Your quest for knowledge will deepen. Your friendships will become more honest. Your relationship with your own spirituality will align. Your optimism will be grounded in reality rather than fantasy. Because when you finally allow yourself to be vulnerable and committed to someone, it unlocks a focus in all areas of your life. The walls you built weren't just to protect your independence. They were walls that kept you from truly landing. When they begin to crumble in this man's presence, you'll discover aspects of yourself you've been running from. Your vulnerability will become a strength, not a weakness. Your words will carry more weight. Your actions will have more purpose. And the people around you will notice these changes even before you tell them about him. They'll comment that you seem more mature, more present, more truly happy rather than just fun. Because the truth is, being around the right person doesn't clip your wings. It gives you a reason to fly home. Are you ready to become the most powerful and purposeful version of yourself that has ever existed? Now, I need to warn you about something crucial. When he appears, you will be tested not by him, but by your own instinct to flee. Situations will arise that will give you perfect excuses to bail. You might feel a sudden wave of claustrophobia. You might perceive a normal relationship compromise as an infringement on your rights. It could be a sudden opportunity to travel or move that conflicts with the budding relationship. It could be your own commitment issues emerging as rational voices, telling you you're too young to settle or there's so much more to see. These tests aren't meant to trap you. They're meant to ask you, are you running towards something or just running away? To ensure that when you choose this connection, you're choosing it because you see the value in building a legacy, not just collecting memories if you pass the tests. And you will if you truly want to. What you'll find on the other side is a connection that will redefine your understanding of freedom. It won't always be a smooth ride. Nothing worthwhile is, but it will be an adventure. It will be a journey. It'll be the kind of love that makes you realize that the greatest undiscovered country is the heart of another person. Sagittarius, what impresses me most about what's coming your way is the divine timing of it all. It's no coincidence that this man is appearing right now. You've reached the point where you're finally tired of the superficial. In recent years, you've gone through experiences that have taught you that fun is fleeting. But connection is eternal. You've learned the difference between someone who is fun to party with and someone who can stand by you in the fire. The universe doesn't waste powerful connections with people who are still treating life like a game. The fact that this man is coming now means you were deemed ready to stop searching and start building. And he also went through his own preparation. He also lived through experiences that shaped him to be able to handle your fire without trying to extinguish it. You are two explorers who have mapped different terrains, meeting to share your maps and create a new world together. It's intellectual and spiritual alchemy at its purest level. During the weeks leading up to this encounter, you may feel a strange sense of calm, a reduction in your usual FOMO, fear of missing out. Don't fight this feeling. It's your energy system grounding itself for the arrival of your anchor. You may also begin to have more vivid insights or philosophical breakthroughs. Pay attention to them. They are messages from your higher self, preparing you for the conversation of a lifetime. You may also notice that you are being guided to clean up your life, literally or metaphorically. You might feel the urge to resolve loose ends, finish projects, or cut off casual flings that are draining your energy. Don't question these impulses. They are energetic adjustments to ensure that when he appears, you are clear and focused enough to recognize him. The universe is orchestrating every detail of this connection. One thing I need to emphasize is that when you meet, the intensity of the mental connection may make you want to joke it away, to keep it light, to minimize it. And while it's wise to keep your sense of humor, it's also important not to use laughter as a shield against intimacy. Some connections move quickly because the truth is obvious from the first moment. It's not rushing, it's remembering. Trust the process. Trust your intuition, which is usually razor sharp. And above all, trust your ability to be in a partnership without losing your individuality. You won't get lost in him. You will expand through him. Are you ready to finally stop running and allow someone to run beside you? Sagittarius, I want you to understand something fundamental about this encounter that is about to happen. It's not coming to limit your life. It's coming to give your life a target. Many people enter relationships seeking safety. You seek truth. And the most powerful connections happen when two truth seekers meet and decide to be honest with each other. No matter what, you are already abundant. You are already full of life. This man isn't coming to make your life serious or boring. He's coming to add depth to your breadth, to challenge you to stay when it gets hard. Not because you have to, but because the growth is worth the discomfort. When you understand that you don't need him for survival, but you choose him for the adventure, That's a completely different foundation for a relationship. It's a foundation of freedom, not obligation. And it's precisely this kind of foundation that allows a Sagittarius to thrive in love. If you feel restless or bored when you're alone, that's a sign that you are still looking for external distractions. But if you can sit in silence and feel peace, then you are in the perfect state to receive a connection that will be your greatest adventure yet. What makes this man special isn't that he's a perfect prince or a wealthy benefactor. It's that he gets the joke. He understands the cosmic irony that you see in the world. With him, you'll feel understood in a way that goes beyond words. You'll be able to be serious without being heavy. You'll be able to be wild without being destructive. That's the real magic. Not that he tames you, but that he appreciates the wildness in you and provides a safe meadow for it to gallop. And he'll be able to do the same in your presence. You'll create a sacred space where you can both be explorers of the human experience. It's not just physical passion, although your fire sign nature guarantees that will be explosive. It's intellectual intimacy, being truly heard and truly challenged, not despite your blunt honesty, but because of it, being seen for your vision and yet cherished for your presence. Do you have any idea how rare that is? Sagittarius, in the days leading up to this encounter, I encourage you to do something important. Release the fear of forever. Stop thinking about the future and start practicing being in the now. If you enter this new connection constantly worrying about whether you'll get bored in 5 years, you will sabotage the magic of the present moment. Forgive the people who tried to control you in the past. Forgive the partners who made you feel too much or too inconsistent. Forgive yourself for the hearts you may have broken in your quest for freedom. Guilt is a heavy baggage that slows down a traveler. Release it. And here's something that might surprise you. When you truly stop looking for the next best thing, you'll notice that this man will appear almost immediately, as if the universe were just waiting for you to stop running so he could catch up. This is not a coincidence. It's energetic physics. You can't find what you're looking for if you're moving too fast to see it. So in the coming days, slow down. Take a walk without headphones. Read a book that challenges you. Sit with your thoughts instead of distracting yourself. Mentally, thank every adventure and misadventure that brought you to this point of wisdom. When you do this authentically, you'll feel a clarity you haven't experienced in years. And in that state of clarity and focus, you'll be vibrating at the exact frequency that will magnetize this man to your reality. Because he's not looking for a flighty girl. He's looking for a visionary woman, someone brave enough to commit to the biggest adventure of all, true intimacy. Are you willing to do the necessary work to present yourself as ready for something real? Share in the comments if you've been feeling this shift, this desire to plant roots and reach for the sky simultaneously. Your words will help other Sagittarius women recognize that their desire for commitment isn't a betrayal of their nature, but an evolution of it. Subscribe to the channel now because when this man appears, you'll need guidance on how to navigate the initial stages of this powerful connection without hitting the eject button. I'll be here to support you, to remind you that commitment isn't a cage, it's a launch pad. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any content that can guide you through this extraordinary phase that's beginning. He's coming. You're ready. And when you finally meet, it will feel like the arrow has finally hit the bullseye. Your life is about to change forever in the most expansive and exciting way possible. Trust in the journey. Trust in your wisdom. And above all, trust in the adventure of love that is coming to meet you.